Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 507, The Forgotten Key, Part 1, Intermediate. Rain battered the windows of the old antique shop as Tom pushed open the creaky door. The bell above jingled, announcing his arrival. He was soaked, his coat dripping onto the wooden floor. Tom, a mechanic from Manchester, wasn't one for antiques, but tonight he had no choice. A strange phone call had led him here, to a shop he'd never noticed before, tucked away on a narrow street. The call came an hour ago from a woman with a sharp voice. "Find the key," she said. "It's in the shop on Willow Lane. You have until midnight." Then the line went dead. Tom thought it was a prank, but something in her tone, urgent, almost desperate, made him grab his coat and go. Now standing in the dusty shop, he wondered if he'd made a mistake. The shop was a maze of shelves, cluttered with old clocks, porcelain dolls, and tarnished jewellery. A single lamp glowed in the corner, casting long shadows. "Hello?" Tom called. No answer. The air smelled of mildew and wax. He checked his watch, 11:15 p.m. Time was running out, but for what? He started searching, lifting vases and peering into drawers. Under a pile of faded postcards he found it, a brass key, heavy and cold with intricate carvings. As he held it, the lamp flickered and a low hum filled the room. The key grew warm in his hand, almost burning. Tom dropped it, startled, and it landed with a thud. The floorboards beneath the key creaked, then shifted. A hidden panel opened, revealing a narrow staircase leading down. Tom's pulse raced. This was no ordinary shop. He grabbed the key and descended, the steps groaning under his weight. At the bottom he found a stone room, lit by a single candle. In the centre stood a wooden chest, its lock matching the key's design. Tom hesitated. The woman's voice echoed in his mind. Find the key. What was in the chest? Treasure? Danger? He didn't know, but his curiosity burned stronger than his fear. He inserted the key and turned it. The lock clicked and the chest opened with a slow, eerie creak. Inside was a small silver mirror. Its surface was cloudy, but as Tom looked into it, the fog cleared. He saw himself, not as he was now, but older, standing in a place he didn't recognize, surrounded by people he'd never met. They were smiling, calling his name. The vision shifted, showing a city in flames, then a calm sea under a starry sky. Tom's hands shook. What was this mirror showing him? His future? Someone else's? A sudden noise made him spin around. Footsteps echoed above, heavy and fast. Someone was in the shop. "Who's there?" Tom shouted, clutching the mirror. The footsteps stopped and a shadow appeared at the top of the stairs. A woman's silhouette, her face hidden in darkness. "You found it," she said, her voice the same as on the phone. "Now you must decide. Keep the mirror and see what's coming, or leave it and walk away." Tom's heart thundered. The mirror felt alive in his hands, whispering possibilities, knowledge, power, but also fear. He looked at the woman, then back at the mirror. The visions flickered again. Joy, pain, love, loss. Could he handle knowing what lay ahead? The candle sputtered out, plunging the room into darkness. The woman's voice came again, closer now. "Choose, Tom. Time's up." With a deep breath, Tom made his decision, the keys still warm in his pocket. Look out for part 2, next. Vocabulary notes. Cluttered, adjective, definition, filled with too many things in a messy or disorganized way. Example, the shop was a maze of shelves, cluttered with old clocks, porcelain dolls, and tarnished jewellery. Explanation, the shop is described as having shelves packed with many items, suggesting disorder. New example, her desk was cluttered with books, pens and papers, making it hard to find her phone. Similar words, Crowded. The market was crowded with stalls selling fruit and clothes. Jumbled. The drawer was jumbled with old letters and keys. Messy. His room was so messy that he couldn't find his shoes. Tarnished, adjective, definition, of metal, discoloured or dull because of age or exposure, can also mean damaged in reputation. Example, the shop was a maze of shelves, cluttered with old clocks, porcelain dolls and tarnished jewellery. Explanation, the jewellery in the shop is old and has lost its shine, indicating age or neglect. New example, the tarnished silver spoon looked ancient but was still beautiful. Similar words, rusted, the old bike was rusted after years in the rain. Faded, the faded painting on the wall was barely visible. Worn, the worn coins in the collection were hard to read. Eerie, adjective, definition, strange and frightening, often creating a mysterious or creepy feeling. Example, the lock clicked and the chest opened with a slow, eerie creak. Explanation, the sound of the chest opening is described as unsettling, adding to the story's suspense. New example, the eerie silence in the forest made her feel uneasy. Similar words, spooky, the old house had a spooky atmosphere at night. Creepy, the creepy shadows on the walls scared the children. Unsettling, his strange smile was unsettling to everyone in the room. Deliberate, adjective, definition, done intentionally or slowly and carefully. Example, a sudden noise made him spin around, footsteps echoed above, heavy and deliberate. Explanation, the footsteps are described as intentional and slow, suggesting someone is moving with purpose, increasing tension. New example, she took deliberate steps to avoid slipping on the icy path. Similar words, intentional. His intentional silence made the meeting awkward. Purposeful. Her purposeful stride showed she was determined to win. Calculated. His calculated words were meant to impress the audience. Pulse, noun, verb. Definition, noun. The regular beating of the heart. Verb, to beat or vibrate rhythmically. Example, Tom's pulse raced. Explanation, this describes Tom's heartbeat speeding up due to fear or excitement, showing his emotional state. New example, she felt her pulse quicken as the roller coaster climbed higher. Similar words, heartbeat. Her heartbeat was so loud she thought everyone could hear it. Throb. His head began to throb with pain after the loud music. Beat. The drum's steady beat echoed through the festival. Flicker, verb. Definition, to shine or burn unsteadily, moving quickly on and off, can also describe brief changes. Example, as he held it, the lamp flickered and a low hum filled the room. Explanation, the lamp's light is unsteady, adding to the mysterious atmosphere of the shop. New example, the candle flickered in the wind, casting strange shadows. Similar words, glimmer, the stars glimmered faintly in the night sky. Twinkle, the fairy lights twinkled on the Christmas tree. Flash, lightning flashed across the stormy sky. Story written by Grok 3 AI. Image created by Grok 3 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.